Is a former Navy sailor who served a year in prison for taking classified photos of his ship. He says that while he was under investigation by the FBI, agents raided his house at gunpoint, tailed him, and interrogated his entire family, including his grandmother. He says his treatment is a clear indication of the FBI's double standard when it comes to Hillary Clinton. Former Navy sailor Christian Saucier, who was pardoned by President Trump earlier this year, joins us now. Christian, thank you for coming on the program tonight.
Thanks for having me on, Sandra.
Well, our audience just heard that entire story and what we learned from those unsealed documents. What did you think when you first got a look at those?
Well, I mean, I think it's, any of us that have been watching this case as it's unfolded, and now we see that, in fact, the fix was in. They were making sure that no matter what happened, Hillary Clinton wasn't going to get prosecuted, and nobody around her was, because they would have folded on her. And it's shameful.
We've been following your story for quite some time. I know I've spoken multiple times to you on this program, and I haven't talked to you since the release of that IG report, which confirmed, as Trace just laid out for us, the findings of these documents, that they did not use grand jury subpoenas to demand testimony from top Hillary Clinton aides. They did not obtain search warrants to gain access to the laptops Clinton's lawyers used to review her emails. They did not seek personal phones and similar devices used by her top aides. Very stark contrast to the treatment that you and your family received.
Well, it's apples and oranges, the treatment that I received, it was obvious. They were going after me, and never once have I said what I did wasn't wrong. I have accepted responsibility, and I think it's shameful that Hillary Clinton and her aides just won't accept responsibility. I pled guilty. I didn't go to trial. You look at even Reality Winner. She made a mistake, pled guilty. Why are her and I being held to this different standard than James Comey, who leaked information to the press to benefit himself? And Hillary Clinton, who mishandled classified information at the highest level, where I mishandled low-level classified information, and they threatened me and intimidated me for 4 years and harassed my family, and finally put me away in prison for a year. I just want the rest of them to be held to the same standard. Nowhere in that Justice Code have I found, a addendum that says, well, if your name's Hillary Clinton or James Comey, this law doesn't apply to you. So why isn't it? I think all American people should be asking that question.
The word intent comes up on multiple occasions, both with your situation and the Hillary Clinton email probe. How is that word treated and used differently in both cases, do you see?
Well, there is no requirement for intent under that statute. Simply mishandling classified information, even if it's a mistake, if you knew better, you are violating that law. And Hillary Clinton knew better. All of her aides knew better. All these people that they gave immunity to knew better. So I guess the question stands, why did nobody get prosecuted? Why are they tossing out immunity deals like it's Christmas and nobody's being held to account? How can we expect the average American citizen to follow the law if the people that are supposed to be upholding the law aren't following it themselves? James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, all these people are violating our trust in government institutions, and nothing's being done to them. Nobody's holding them to account. They're not holding themselves responsible, and it's shameful.
Lastly, how is your lawsuit, Christian? How are things going with that?
Well, it's been a difficult uphill battle. My lawyer, they came after him and they took his license to practice law, so now I'm going to have to represent myself in court. So I've had to redo the paperwork, but I will be submitting it very soon, and you're going to see plenty of defendants on there that are well-known names, because all these people need to be held accountable. This lawsuit's not about anything other than pointing out the double standard of justice and the fact that these people apparently are above the law, but they shouldn't be. And, if I have to fight it in court, that's what I'm going to do.
Christian Saucier, thank you for coming on and telling your story.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you for having me on.